Okay, this video is for Alex and May on how to turn on the spa. So my general process is to take the net off last, just because I don't know, I don't want the kids to jump in while I'm not watching. So here's the switches, and this is the switch for the pump to recirculate the water. This is a switch. These two switches are for bubbles in the spa, and this last switch is a light in the spa. So you just have to make sure that this one's turned on in particular before you turn on the heat. If you try to turn on the heat and the pump is not running, the heater won't. It'll sense that and it won't work. So anyway, just make sure that switch is on. I didn't turn on the bubbles, but you can. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So you come out here to the pool stuff. You have to make sure that this ball valve, this shut-off valve for the gas is on. So right now it's off. Now it's on. Then I come to this unit. Just turn it on here. And I want to switch this view here. So it'll go through a startup thing. And you just hit mode until you get to spa set. Sometimes it'll be off like this. So you just keep hitting mode until you get to spa, pool set or spa set. It doesn't matter. Either one works. And you can just set the temperature set point to whatever you want it to be. I would recommend maybe like 92, 93, something like that. But I'm going to keep it low for now. It'll start sparking. And then you'll be able to hear it and notice it when it turns on. I will say that sometimes it takes a while, especially if the shutoff valve has been off for a while, because that means that air has now leaked in here, and so it's not as combustible. So it takes a while for the gas to actually purge all that air out of the line, come to the heating unit, and then turn on. So usually I just leave this as is, and it'll go on its own. And if it doesn't ignite, it'll try to ignite itself again later. But I'll stay here for now, for the purposes of this video. There we go. And now I know it's on because you can pretty much immediately feel the hot air coming out of the exhaust. So now it's heating, as you can see, and it'll keep heating until it hits that temperature set point. So then I come over here. It usually depends on what temperature the water starts at, but honestly, I usually give it at least half an hour to heat. In the summer, it's probably about half an hour. In the winter, if you're going to heat it, I would say at least an hour, something like that. Okay, something to note about the net is that it is not symmetric, and so it does have a certain polarity when it goes on. This little tag thing here indicates that it goes to this anchor point that has the two dots, and that's how you know how to orient it. You can see that all the other anchor points don't have any dots and they don't have any tags. You can pull this off just by sheer will, but this tool is helpful to give yourself more leverage. You just put it underneath the net, pull it back. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but I can't do it with one hand. But anyway, you get the point. You can pull it back with this tool here. So you just go around the whole perimeter of the pool, and you can take off the net. Just to point out, this one brick here is loose, but it's not a big deal. Let's see, if you felt so inclined, you could clean out the waste trap here, but the pool guy will come and do that every week, so you don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I do just check it. Yeah, that should be it. I will say sometimes we found dead lizards in here. and then I just scoop it out with a net and then just jump in. I've never had any problems like infections or anything like that. Okay, and we'll leave. I usually leave my pool net here in the shade. I think that's mostly it. Shutdown is just the opposite. So I'll just put the net back on again, just to make sure the kids don't fall in inadvertently. I come back to the heater. And I will press mode until it says off, like that. And then I'll also switch this off here. And then that's off. I turn off the gas shut-off valve. And then I go back to those switches to turn off the switch, the pumps. And you know, I'm actually just gonna, I forgot to show you what it looks like with the bubbles on, so I'm gonna just turn these other switches on. 1, 2, and so this is what you can expect. So I will turn it back off. 1, 2, and then I want to turn off this pump too. And that's it. All done.